How would you compare it to the Underground Railroad?
I wouldn't compare it at all because the Underground Railroad wasn't actually underground. Well,
Yeah, it was.
Most of it wasn't. Most of it wasn't.
Then why did they call it the Underground Railroad?
Why did they call it the secret railroad?
I don't know. We have to go back.
You had to have someone play you in a movie.
How would you compare the Underground Railroad to the subway?
What's the Underground Railroad?
Does anyone here know what the Underground Railroad is?
Wasn't that what Harriet Tubman
Go.
had to do with? Harriet Tubman snuck out a lot of
Slaves from the
Africanized
South.
Americans.
In fact, there were white slaves. My great-great-grandparents were indentured servants.
So were mine.
Anyway,
In
off
Germany.
topic. So how would you compare that to the Underground Railroad?
Boom. Are you ready for it?
Wait, I wasn't listening to what it was.
Never mind. Are you familiar? How would you compare it to the Underground Railroad?
They're nothing alike.
Nothing alike?
Oh, a little bit, but not like.
Like how are they alike, and how are they not alike?
Well,
I
they're
guess?
alike. They both transport people, I guess.
What kind of people?
Both
What kind of people do they
underground,
transport?
Underground was slaves, and the subway is
How could you
anybody.
couldn't you compare like the Underground Railroad transported slaves, but also the subway transports slaves to the system?
Yeah, I guess that
Aren't
would
we
work.
all kind of?
If you think about it like that, then
Yeah,
it transports the
yeah.
slaves that have to go to their jobs.
Yeah. So what? Yeah. How would you compare it to the Underground Railroad? Never mind.
The Underground Railroad is nothing like the subway. It was not an actual railroad. It wasn't underground. It was a group of people working to help slaves cross the border
That's what
between
the
the
subway-
north and
that's
the
what the
south.
subway-
But it's a transportation method, is it not?
It's not a transportation
Are you
method.
saying that people
It's a
don't
guidance
move?
method. It's guidance and housing.
Isn't the
the
subway
under-
guiding
you're-
us in our
this-
daily lives of slavery? Aren't we all slaves in daily society?
The subway is
Big brother.
nothing more
The
than a
slave-
railroad.
The subway
An
Is the
transports.
Underground Railroad not used for people to move from one spot in their lives to another spot in their lives?
Figuratively, yes. It was a figurative railroad, not a literal railroad.
So are you
Subway is a
are you trying
literal
to tell me that the
railroad.
people in the Underground Railroad stayed in the same state, same city, same house?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
Exactly. So they were transported from one space to the other.
By themselves,
Okay,
not
okay,
by
okay,
a rail car.
Okay.